Well, there you have it. What do you guys think of that reel?
Dude, you forget some of the crazy stuff that happened.
About a lot of that stuff. Yeah, they said they were putting together a little montage of riding footage, and I was like, all right, cool. I thought like maybe a little 15, 20-second promo. And
dude, that
I honestly could have just watched that all day long. Like, that was pretty cool. I forgot about the Malcolm Stewart trying to take out Jason Anderson. I forgot about McAdoo's crash over that triple.
Dude, which one?
All the goodies. Did you guys like that? Comment below. I think we should have something like that for every show.
I like
a little highlight reel from the races.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Well, welcome, everyone, to the finale, the final show of the 2021 RMFantasy SXperts show.
It's gone by so fast, dude.
It always does. But you know what? It was a good year. We had a lot of really good weeks of racing. A lot of riders stayed healthy, which was good to see.
Yep.
Mr. Cooper Webb, the bull.
I mean, he dominated. There's no other way to put it.
When you guys see the stats we're about to drop on you, man, that guy was so good. He is, dude, you can't, when we show you what he did, I'm still wearing my name badge.
It was legendary.
You can't beat what he did. We're going to go through and talk about it. And we've got the first and second place winners. We've got Cynthia and Tyler. They're going to call in today and talk to us about a little bit of their strategy and how they felt knowing that they just won brand new race prep dirt bikes. So we're going to get them on the phone as well. And Christian, do you want to do the honors? I'll give it to you. Here you go.
What am I doing?
Show the people what they could win today.
Oh yeah, I showed my wife saw this earlier and she's like, "What? Can I win that?"
That's right.
No. That
is a AC jersey signed.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's the legit jersey. Like that's not just some like knockoff. That is. The logos from Monster are sublimated, so they're not just, heat pressed on there. Like, that thing's legit.
Thanks to Fox for hooking it up.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. So we're going to be giving that away later on in the show. We're going to give it away live right here, and the way you're going to win is simple. We're just going to be asking you I wouldn't call it simple, but we're going to be asking a question, a little trivia about one of our other videos, not fantasy related, on the Rocky Mountain YouTube channel. So hopefully you guys have been subscribed to the Rocky Mountain YouTube channel. You've been watching some of the other great content that we've been putting out.
Look at Dustin Howell. I hope you haven't watched it. That's a true fan.
California the 70.
That is a true
worth
fan.
More if it's still got Adam AC sweat and stink to it. I almost called you a name, but you would take serious offense to it. So
I do. I get offended easily.
Cooper Webb versus Chase Sexton for 2022 Supercross. Changed my mind.
I like that.
Look at Christian's sign right here. He thinks Sexton's going to be the 2022 champ.
Somebody did call me out, too, saying I said Webb wouldn't win, and he did. I wouldn't have bet on that.
All right, well, look, real quick, let's just get to our results. Cooper Webb, what a gangster.
Dude.
Like, you've got a good points gap. All you have to do is literally cross the finish line, and he goes out and just plays even more games mentally with Ken Roczen.
Battles
wins.
with Roczen, Sexton. Was it just me, or when he started behind Roczen for, the first, 5 laps, he was just messing with him. It looked like he could have passed him at any time.
He could have been more aggressive for sure, but yeah, it was, dude, just what a boss, though. Webb, I almost was a genius with Muscan. I said he was going to back it up. I did not change my picks, by the way. So he got second. Sexton with a solid third. I thought he was going to win. He said he got tired, though.
Yeah, I mean, he was out in front by a ways for a while. So
Sexton third. Ferrandis, solid ride for him. Solid ride for just the freaking Star Racing Yamaha guys because Malcolm got fifth.
That whole team. I mean, AP was in 7th, finished 8th.
And how about this? Who knew? Ken Roczen wild card. How many people had him picked?
131 or so.
Oh, my
goodness. It
was
like 0.31%.
I feel like that's 131 people. Either you had a hunch.
120 people.
Or people are just randomly picking a name for the wild card. I don't know.
I would like to know why they picked him there. I mean, I'm sure they have a reason.
Yeah. Look at that. Sexton
awesome.
Is fast, but he won't hold together for an entire season.
I've heard that about a lot of riders. It's a rookie year. It always seems crazy for all these riders. And then the next year they come back a lot better off. So.
All right. Well, look, let's do highlights and then player stats and points, and then let's get Cynthia on the phone and let's talk about this brand new 450 SXF dirt bike that she is taking home with her.
All right.
First of all, 250s.
I mean, what wasn't a highlight in the 250s?
Dude.
The whole
It
crazy.
started good when Hunter Lawrence pushed Justin Cooper off the track in the Heat 1.
Oh, yeah.
I lost it when he did this because, all right.
How nervous is that team after that?
Oh, my gosh, dude. That was awesome. See?
No shame.
No shame. If you're Kenny Roczen, that's what you should have done to Webb maybe throughout the year or something. Thank you. How can you not be a Webb fan?
I couldn't believe Hunter Lawrence did that, honestly. Look, I liked it.
Ryan Surratt the LCQ was the highlight of the whole night for me.
It was insane.
If you were there live, there was crashes that they didn't show that were going on everywhere. This was Surratt, very into the LCQ. This was to make the main. He was in a transfer spot and then did this.
Dude.
And he got up right away. He was okay. And then this is Supercross leading the LCQ.
Oh, that's a scary one.
Yeah, and he almost landed on his feet. So he actually ended up getting back up and finishing in fourth, so he's still qualified. And then, so 250 LCQ was rad. 450s, Heat 1. Dude, look at this. The top 6 are right there. That is the cool. That's what I want to see, man. Anderson was holding them up a little bit. But look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, yeah.
All in the same shot.
I was surprised how all the riders are sending it.
It looks like they're doing a parade lap.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of finales where it's just kind of, I don't know, everyone's just cruising out there. Everybody's going for it.
And then
night.
I was there live, but the Anderson Barsha Battle Royale was pretty
awesome.
cool. Those two were just going after it. And then
what happened to Anderson is the question.
I don't know. He just pulled off right after this happened. I don't know.
All of a sudden he's gone.
I don't know if it was altitude sickness or if he just didn't want any more of the Bam Bam.
he got to feel some Barsha love.
Barsha is like
he's an animal.
The second you touch him, if he feels your breath, he is just mad about it.
I just felt like neither one of them was going to back down.
No, so you literally have the two most aggressive riders right there in the same frame.
Yeah,
just
boom! Oh, dude, it was awesome.
That was pretty cool to watch.
I did see you on Race Day Live call out the 250 podium. Got to give you credit on that one.
Yeah, what did I say? I said the Lawrence brothers first and second, and Nichols. I got the podium right.
So I was impressed on that one.
Jason Anderson got black flagged? No.
Really?
How did we miss that?
I didn't even hear about that.
I did not hear about that. I don't think he did. Could be wrong, but I do not think he got black flag. Let's talk about player stats real quick. Average score, 55, even with the double points round.
I had 5 more than that.
And you know what? Roxon and Tomac weren't in there, but the rest of the top 5 are pretty solid. Webb wins. Marv second. He just won the week before. And then he had Ferrandis and Malcolm in there. Now, okay, maybe Ferrandis and Malcolm not the most likely, but I'm just surprised by that.
Yeah, I left Malcolm in to win, which kind of bit me, but it's all good. 6 players got 5 picks right. 1 perfect score. So if you're out there,
oh my
congrats.
Gosh. 6 players with 5 picks right. That's like 0.0 something percent.
Oh, it's tiny.
Not even 0.1%.
Yeah, and then the wild card, everyone had Wilson.
Oh. And rightfully so. He was there. He was
right there the whole race. I mean, that would have done so much to the top 100 or 1,000.
Oh, I know. So. Could you imagine? And I had Wilson in 10th place, so I was really bummed to see that.
He was so far back at home.
But anyway, comment below. How did it go? Look at that. Sylvia Harp had 4 picks right.
Holy cow. That's a lot of
points.
points.
That's pretty good.
Did you get a prize?
Yeah, Sylvia, you probably won a weekly prize if that was the right. Dum Dum had 2 picks right.
Dum Dum.
I'm just reading names here. Maverick 224 asks if Tomac and Roxon will retire. No. Tomac, the rumor is he's going to sign for another 2-year deal and then probably be done after that. And then Kenny still has a year left on his Honda contract. And he said on a post or somewhere he's excited for outdoors and for the 2022 Supercross season. So
I like that. Hey, shout out to Jay San. I ran into him in the stadium. So.
All right, well, look, hopefully Cynthia, you're watching this broadcast right now. We're going to call her. She, again, took home the 450 SXF race prepped. She's going to hopefully be able to get down here to our headquarters and pick that puppy up. So
Logan Thompson, 10 points. How?
That's hard to do. I didn't do much better, though.
That's harder to do.
All right, Cynthia, here we go.
Hello?
Cynthia.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, Christian and I are here just talking some fantasy. We hope you're
set in yet.
Yeah. How was it when you first saw the points, the results?
I was actually at the park with my kids, and I was just in shock. My friend messaged me and told me that I won because I actually forgot to check. I know. And so then I realized that I won, and so I told my friends, oh my God, I just want a dirt bike. And they didn't really understand what was going on. And I yelled at my 7-year-old across the park. I was like, Ethan, I want a bike. It was pretty awesome.
That is awesome. And you were telling me, too, because we were texting a little bit earlier, how your husband kind of screwed up on your wild card picks. Let's hear about that.
Yeah, so it was round 13, and I just had a gut feeling that I should put Tickle in for wild card. And he looks at my picks. He's like, no, you can't put Tickle in for that one. And so I was like, really? Like, I have a feeling. And so I changed it. I put Savachi in, and then of course Tickle got wild card.
Did it cause some?
So
strife?
I would have been up a lot more points.
It caused some strife in the household.
Well, you still ended up on the top spot. So
what's the strategy?
Yeah.
I want to know what was your strategy all season?
I think a lot of luck, but also I kind of just followed my gut feeling. I obviously looked at practice times, and I tried to really. Yeah, a lot of luck, but I think the mentality, like the player mentality, I really looked into that. Like, how is Roxon feeling? Is he going to let the stress, like, when he gets stressed and Cooper's coming up behind him, it kind of feels like he's just like, oh, okay, I'll just let him go.
Kind of falls apart a little bit.
That's what it feels like sometimes. But but then sometimes he's really racing hard.
Yep.
And it's just his mentality. And it's all of them, really. Like, for the last race, I had a feeling Cooper was going to give it.
Did you have a big last round? Because I don't even remember seeing your name
I got Malcolm and Cooper.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's huge.
Yeah,
it's like 100 points right there.
That's good. And
right, and I didn't even know it was double points, so that's why I was double surprised that I won.
Oh, that's awesome.
At first, I was like, no, this can't be right.
Oh, it is. Now, and from what you were saying, you've got a 250 right now, and you're saying the hubby's looking at that 450, and I'm thinking there should be a new, if he wants your bike you just won, I'm thinking there should be a new 250 in the works too.
Yeah, absolutely. We're probably going to sell both of our bikes, and he's going to take the new bike, and I'll just go buy myself a nice 250.
Well, I'll tell you what,
awesome.
I don't know if you've seen the past winners' bikes, but they're sexy. They're good-looking bikes.
Oh, they look so nice. So nice.
So is this your first year playing, or how many years have you played?
Oh, I think I've played for maybe 4 years.
Okay, so you're a vet.
Oh, yeah, veteran in the game.
Class.
Let's see here.
Yeah,
Stan M wants to know, what was your theory about analyzing practice times? Were you keen on those? Would you look at? One of the viewers wants to know, what was your theory about practice times? Would you watch practice and then make your picks based off of that?
A lot of the times, yes, I would go off how many laps they consistently got, like a low time.
Oh, okay.
And like I wouldn't just look at best time, because that wasn't reliable for me. So yeah, most of the time, but I just wouldn't pick off of that. Like I would definitely go with my gut, like Malcolm in the last one. Like I knew he was going to try and prove himself. Mm-hmm. And so I put him up in top 5 again, things like that.
Mm-hmm. So stats matter to you. I like that.
There you go. Yeah. I like how you didn't look at just one hot lap, but you looked at like consistency. So
I think Ricky always mentions that.
Yeah.
Look at the second fastest lap time too.
Yeah. Because just about all you guys, like we've seen, can put in a super hot lap.
Yep.
All right. Well, Cynthia, when you get this bike, and we're hoping we can get you down here to the Rocky Mountain headquarters to pick it up. Mm-hmm. So, but
I hope so.
But crazy
COVID.
times.
Oh man, was there any point in the season? What was your worst round? What was your worst round you had? Do you remember?
Actually, it was round 16.
Oh my gosh.
It was like that round was awful. I only got 10 points. I was in second place, and then I got bumped to 5th. Like I was actually so surprised that I only got bumped to 5th. I thought I was going way down.
Wow.
So did you ever get like really stressed about it when you're putting your picks in? Do you have people around you watching who you pick?
Yeah,
was your people away?
Was the husband yelling at you in the last round?
Well, my husband and I did, and my son, he actually is really into the picks too. So we would analyze things and kind of make the picks together. And then, we'd watch with some friends and or family. And it was pretty intense sometimes.
The husband was thinking, like, I got to win this bike for me more than Cynthia probably.
Oh, my God.
I bet he was more stressed out than Cynthia was.
Yeah, like actually round 16, he's like, oh, goodbye, bike. He knew all along it was probably going to be for him.
Oh, that is awesome.
Oh, well, hey, we just want to call and say congratulations. So awesome that you play. You know,
the second girl winner we've ever had, too.
That's
and
awesome. You ride.
Awesome.
So
that's great.
We're so pumped for you. We really, really hope we can see you make it down here to the headquarters in Utah. We know you'll love it. And just congratulations and tell your friends, tell your family, like, hey, I've got the proof. It pays to play RMFantasySX.
Yep.
Yes, they all know. Believe me, they all know.
All right, Cynthia. Well, hey, congratulations, and we wish the best of luck to you.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, bye-bye.
See you guys.
Dude, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
She's pumped.
See, people, could you imagine, though?
I can't
being
imagine.
in second place and getting 10 points in the second to last round and just watching, just feeling like you just lost it over one moto or one race?
It would, I don't know. If I was that close out of, 85,000 people, I'd be so stressed.
Jay Sam wants to buy the bike from her. No, she rides. Yeah, we were talking. She rides, and, yeah, she is freaking pumped. That is awesome.
Yep.
All right, well, before we get our second place finisher who's taking home the 250 SX, we're going to call Tyler. But first, let's talk about some season awards that we kind of want to give out. Yeah, and these are just like some stats and talking about some cool things that riders got throughout the year. So let's kind of work our way down. Christian, hit us up.
I mean, most main event wins. Obviously, Cooper Webb, 8 wins this round. He won 7 out of 17 in 2019.
Gosh, he won over half the rounds.
Took 6 other podiums that season. Only took 5 in others in 2021.
Yeah, but you take away that other win, maybe it's a podium. So it's basically like he was just as good. I mean, his seasons like mirrored each other almost.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? From 2019 to this year.
It seems like most years there's a formula to it. I mean, if you get close to an average finish and average start
of around third or fourth,
you're gonna win.
Yep.
So
most LCQ wins. This is kind of interesting.
I didn't pick this at the beginning of the year,
but then as I was looking, I was like, oh yeah, like Wilson was in the LCQs a lot, and he actually won 3 LCQs in a row.
I wouldn't say he was doing bad. He's just having bad luck, like weird things happening to him and stuff like that.
Most heat race wins. I probably would have guessed this one.
Yep.
But Ken Roxon had 9
starts. He's going to win heats.
9 heat race wins. 10 riders won heat races this season. The same as hole shots, minus Dean Wilson, and then Anderson and AC got hole shots. So,
what's crazy to me is Webb won more mains than heats. But
because he's a boss, dude. He shows up when he shows up when it matters.
Remember that one round he got a horrible gate pick and still got out there and started great.
Yeah, and he probably I haven't looked, but he probably didn't qualify fastest in a single round either.
Oh, probably not. I mean, he's just like a pit bull, dude.
Dude, I mean, the proof is there, bro. He he just hangs out to the very end and then hunts you down. He's got that stamina. It's amazing.
I like him.
Most hole shots. Justin Barsha, which is fitting for the meme that we had last week that won. I mean,
he's the only rider besides the top 3 that really, went out there and led the whole thing and won.
Look at you, Frozen Gumwad. Good timing. I mean, how do you win the opener? You get 4 hole shots on the year, but you don't win another race.
It's weird.
It is weird.
Like I'm saying, other than the big 3, only him and Marvin won a race.
The freaking gum one. Looking at Frozen Gumwad over here. The stats don't lie, though. This guy's done it 3 years in a row. Pretty wild.
He's going to be top pick next year, I'm sure.
Most laps led. I'm sure everyone can guess this one. Ken Roxon by a lot. He won 100 or led 156. Coop was next, 108. Here's the depressing one, Tomac.
How does Tomac only lead 45? That's crazy.
What did he lead in his championship last year?
I can't remember last year, but I know in 2017 he led 180 laps.
Last year he led over 100 laps. Like he won 7 races or 6 races. Gosh, Justin Barsha led
98
last year.
Tomac.
Broxton led 156 laps to Tomac's 98 last year and still didn't win a freaking title.
That's crazy.
That is insane. Also, who is Cooper Webb? Sorry.
Webb.
They can't see it on the screen. I'm looking on my thing here. All right.
What about Sexton, though? 24 laps led.
Yeah.
That's huge.
24 laps led to freaking crash your brains out or fade to third.
I mean, he was up there. So you can change my mind. I'm excited.
We are going to talk about this sign, and I think the viewers want to know because you're going to need some justification for that.
Yeah. Longest streak. This blew my mind. Kyle Chisholm took 15th from rounds 10 to 13th. Then he got hurt. Then when he came back in the final round, he took it again. But while he was gone, Bowers just held that spot down. So from rounds 10 to 17, Chisholm and Bowers.
Only the
took
wild
15th.
card was 15th place.
Oh, I know.
Oh, my gosh. Joe Oros said he picked Tomac to win maybe half the rounds. He can't get off the train. Are you locked in?
Dude, this was probably the season I picked him the least. I mean, for good reason. I don't know what's going on, but
you got to wait for him to heat up a little bit, and then once he starts catching fire, then. But this year, nope.
I mean, he was not making passes like normal.
I think I picked him to win maybe 4 times this year.
Not as much as normal. I mean, you're usually picking him half the rounds, it seems like.
All right, look at this, though. Best starting average. This one, not really fair. AC, 3.38. Those are for the rounds he was there.
Yeah, he wasn't there for all the rounds.
But then Cooper Webb's Mr. Numero Uno, because he was at every round, and his average start was 4.18, the best of any other rider in the paddock.
Roxon was close at 4.59, but Webb,
still.
I mean, best average finish and average start. You can't argue with that.
Yeah. And look at this. Most consistent rider, or Ironman.
I looked it up. The most consistent, close to their qualifying number, was Joey Savacci.
Is that what you went off of? Because when you put that, I was like, I don't really understand what he means by most consistent.
If you can watch their qualifying and they finished the closest to it.
Okay.
Savacci qualified at 11.24, and his average finish on the season was 10.82.
Oh, that's pretty close.
Getting into the Ironman, he was one of them.
What's crazy is there's only 8 riders that were at every main event gate drop. Yeah, some of them crashed out, like Malcolm was at. Malcolm didn't finish the race, but he was at the gate drop.
Got into the main, yeah.
Yep. 8 riders. That's crazy.
That's how you win the championship.
Ooh, here's a question, though. We want everyone to comment on this one. Who do you think was the most improved rider? I put Plessinger and Mookie. What do you guys think? No Mac J-San.
Oh, AP, I would have to say, big time.
You think AP? Who do you guys think? Who was better overall improved from last year?
My reasons is AP led laps. He podiumed. So did Mookie, too. But I'm just saying most improved. AP was somewhere past 10th last year. He finished, 5th overall this season. So
Rylan, what? Craig? What? No. Mookie.
I wouldn't say most.
Marchbanks. I don't know what's going on. AP. My vote would be, that's tough.
I would say AP. I mean, he beat Mookie in the overall. He led laps.
All right. AP. I'll give it to him. You know, Eric Enlow put Versace, but you know what? Joey was good, but he was better his rookie year on a Cowie. And so I feel like Joey, I think next year, after having 1 year on his belt, he'll have outdoors. I think he comes into next year. I could see Joey being a solid. He'll get some top 5s and then be like that solid, like 5th to 10th range, really good.
He can pull a start at any given moment.
Didn't this year, though, but we'll see how it goes next year. All right.
What was our best lineup of the year? If you would have put this lineup, this was your best chance to win the grand prizes. Webb, if you'd have done this at the beginning of the season and just left it, you probably would have been up there. Webb took first 8 times, like we said. Roxon took second 5 times. Tomac third 3 times. Barsha fourth 5 times. And Stewart fifth 3 times. And then we have a tie for the wild card champ this year.
Tickle and Freeze.
Even though Freezy missed a bunch of rounds.
If that was your top 5 picks at round 1, you're probably doing really, really good by the end of the year.
If you set those top 5 and wild card at the beginning of the season, just off those being correct, you would have got 613 points just off that.
Wow. What was the total score to win it?
And the winner had 944.
Jeez.
So you'd have 2/3, not to mention your friendlies here and there.
Yeah.
So it would have been really close.
Oh, man. If AP could clean up his sloppiness, he's a podium half the races. What's sloppiness, though? Starts?
He didn't get the greatest starts.
Yeah, his starts were a little sloppy, but other than that, he did have the one crash while he's leading, but other than that, Never Say Die, that probably goes to Cameron McAdoo. I also put Marvin Musquin in there because he came back from that season last year where he didn't race Supercross, and then he had some podiums throughout the year. He had some really bad ups and downs, but then
he got hurt twice, big time this season.
Yeah, but he started on. He won the second to last, and then he almost won again. So, Marvin Musquin probably going to do another year on KTM's next year too. So it'll be him, Plessinger, and Webb.
I would say,
KTM.
and Musquin was probably the biggest surprise when you got that win of the whole season, honestly.
Yep.
Me.
Well, look, it is time. We need to get Tyler on the phone here, get our other second-place finisher, see what his thoughts are taking home that 250SX, and stick around because we're going to talk to Tyler, got a couple more things to cover, and then, yes, we're getting to the jersey. So let's get Tyler on the phone. Tyler Bevan. Tyler.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, man?
Pretty good. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. I know you and I spoke briefly. I called to congratulate you on your second place finish. Give Christian and I, give us your thoughts. What was your first reaction? When did you find out, and what was your first thought?
Oh, man, I hit refresh on the website a few times, and it kind of flashed the same. We're tallying the final results, and it finally
he was just sitting there hitting refresh.
Yeah, it finally went through on my end at about 11:05, and first thing I saw was current position being 2, and I thought, no way. So
that's right.
So did you have a big last round? You thought you had a good chance, or what?
Well, I thought I was, going into the last round in 26th place. I thought maybe I had a chance if my picks worked out, and I didn't get my hopes up or anything. Of course, it's just fun, but it's pretty amazing to actually get up there.
Yeah, and a lot of people are wanting to know, like, what was your strategy during the year?
Put your picks in early?
Yeah.
Do you do it late? Do you sit and take forever to put them in, or just throw them in? What
qualifying stats, gut picks. How do you do it?
For me, believe it or not, this is my first time playing.
You probably shouldn't say that live.
So
awesome.
I will say it's probably a little bit of just beginner's luck, but I did spend a lot of time watching qualifying, watching press day if it's out there, just seeing who's looking good, scouring the forum, seeing who's hurt, seeing what people had, and relying on a lot of the other information that's out there. For me, I always watched qualifying. I didn't make my picks until qualifying was over, but a lot of it was gut picks, I guess you could say. But I always kind of had my core guys that I went with, and then there was always those few that just looked good. Either the week leading up to it or in qualifying that I would go with.
Nice.
Did you win a weekly prize throughout the season?
I did not, actually, none.
See,
crazy.
There you go. The grand prize winners rarely do. It's insane.
It's because you're playing for the championship.
Playing for that long game.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
well,
how did you hear about fantasy? What got you playing?
Oh, playing fantasy football, playing those fantasy leagues, I never did very well. I started ordering stuff obviously through Rocky Mountain and came across the ads for fantasy, and I said, what the heck? I spent so much time watching it and researching it and following the sport. It's always been something that's been a big part of my life. So I'll give it a shot. It makes watching the race a little more fun, in my opinion, and you're not just rooting for the top few places. With the wild card, pick, you're sometimes rooting for 10th or 13th place, and that just kind of made it fun.
That's awesome. So did you always have like a big group watching it with you, or were you one of them that just said, leave me alone, I got to watch my picks and watch this race, or how did you do it?
A little bit more of just, Saturdays or Tuesdays this time around were kind of my day just to hang out and, I'd watch qualifying and stuff in the garage. And then as the day went on, I'd get all set up for the night show and most of the time watch it by myself. Sometimes I could convince my fiance to watch it with me, but not always.
Now, do you, is this going to be your first bike? Do you ride? Have you ridden?
No. Yeah, I have, for most of my life, obviously starting young on 80s. I currently still ride, but it's, I have a 2004 YZ250 that's kind of been my baby for a long time that I'm riding. So it was just kind of a coincidence that I was lucky enough to win the two-stroke. I've always kind of been a two-stroke guy at heart.
You're about to have a new baby that's replacing the old one. I'll tell you that much.
You can be honest. Would you rather have the two-stroke or the four-stroke? Which one were you going for?
Beggars can't be choosers, really. But I'm happy with either one. But I mean, it's pretty awesome. The two-stroke, I think in my opinion, I think they're making kind of a comeback. So it's cool to see that being offered, and I'm extremely excited for that.
Awesome.
I always want to be there when the winners call their boss or talk to their boss and say, "Hey, I'm taking a trip because I won a Fantasy Supercross thing to pick up a brand new bike."
Yeah,
and see how that goes. If they even believe.
See how that goes.
It sounds crazy to me, but
Yeah, I still don't really believe it, but it's one of those things where it's like these things never really happened to me, so it's been quite the experience so far.
That's what everyone says, Tyler, before they do it. So congratulations.
Now.
All right,
I appreciate it.
Well, hey, we just want to call and congratulate you and say thank you so much for playing. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we know you're going to play next year, and I'm sure you're going to recruit a whole bunch more people to play with you. So
I hope so.
Congrats, man, and we're stoked. You're in California?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Then we're for sure going to see you here at Rocky Mountain headquarters, give you that bike, and take you on a fun little day of some adventures. So congrats, man, and we'll talk definitely very soon.
It's awesome.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, bye-bye.
There you go, Stan. He is from California.
Close, too.
Yeah. All right. Now, we're almost there before the jersey. Couple more things.
Everybody wants that jersey.
We've got a table right here that we want to show you. That's the championships compared to each other over the last X amount of years. So look at that. Webb this year had a better starting average than he did in 2019. Way better than Tomac last year. His average finish was the best.
That's what's crazy to me. Look how close the average finish is. If you're within that 2.5 to 2.8 range.
But look at that. He won more races. What's the most races Tomac won? 9? 9 or 10?
I'm sure. Probably
something
more,
like that.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though, man. 4.8 start, 2.53 finish, 9 wins. 9's your worst finish. You won 8 rounds. You had 3 hole shots, and you led 108 laps, which is more than Tomac did all last year. Like, how do you beat that? You don't. That's the thing. If you're Tomac or Roxon or any one of these guys, and you're looking at those numbers, you're thinking, I can't beat that.
Yeah, and nobody can take that away from you either.
No,
that's insane numbers to me.
Jeez, I mean, did Kenny just freaking?
Maybe the most shocking thing is that Tomac won with a 7.5 average start. Only he could have done that.
I honestly, just like everyone's been talking about all year long, that I think the other riders have stepped up their game. I mean, just look at Malcolm and Plessinger. How much better were they this year than last year? Way better.
Yamaha's getting that 450.
They're getting dialed in, yeah. And you had guys like Sexton AC earlier in the year that were mixing it up. Mm-hmm. So I think guys have just stepped it up.
I agree.
All right. Well, last thing we're going to show you, then we're going to thank some people. Ken Roxon has held the red plate for a time each of these championships. In the last 3 years, he's held the red plate.
That's crazy. I mean, and looking this year, it was up to round 9.
Yeah.
He still had the red plate.
He had a 16-point lead over Cooper at one point.
There's got to be something going on.
I don't know.
He really was so dominant in the first quarter of the season. So,
it's tough. All right. Now that that's out of the way, is there anything else you want to touch on that?
No, stats are good.
Okay.
Stats are good.
Let's give some thanks real quick to all the shout-outs.
We had awesome guests.
We did all year long, and we want you guys to comment and let us know who you think would be a good fantasy caller for next year, because we get these things lined up as early as we can.
Yep. Tell us who you like the best, too. I mean, it'd be hard to pick. I mean, some of these names, I can't even believe we got most
Dan was a lot of Dan Hubbard.
Dude, Dan
champ.
was a gem.
But look at this.
Diamond in the rough.
In case people forgot, we had Kristen Beach. She called in twice. Tapia called in. Jeff Walker, Nicole Cheza.
You checked on her. How did she do?
I haven't looked yet.
Okay.
Your boy, our boy.
Jim Hawley, I miss that man so much.
I did. I forgot about Scooty Puff Jr.
I mean, Scooty Puff was classic.
He was at the last round. Shout out to him.
I was hoping to run into him. I didn't see him. He ran into a Webb,
Osborne again, people are saying. McGrath would be a good one. We need to get him on.
That would be sweet.
Ashley Rayner, Jordan Jarvis, the 7 Deuce, Mike Mason, Mike Alessi, Zach Osborne, Colton Nichols.
Got a champion on the line.
That's right. Well, Zach Osborne's a champ, dude. He won the outdoors. Dan Hubbard, Cameron McAdoo, and Martin Davalos. Tell you what, that's a good lineup of callers right there. We need to get AP on the phone, get Malcolm Stewart back on there. He called in the year before.
Yep.
We're going to get him. Don't you guys worry. Axel Hodges.
That'd be interesting.
That
dude is amazing.
I'll tell you what, if somebody can tell me how to get in contact with Eli Tomac, we'll try and get him on the show. All right. Well, look. Congratulations to all the winners, whether you won a weekly prize or a grand prize throughout the year. If you want to see who the winners were, you can go to the RMFantasySX website.
Yep.
We've got it listed out right there of all the grand prize winners. But like I said, Cynthia, Tyler, shout out to you guys. Don't know how you did it. It's pretty incredible to do that. Cole Seeley would be a good caller. You're right. But now it's time. Hold it up, Christian.
You got some trivia for us on this one?
Here it is, folks. Here's how you're going to win this jersey. Earlier, what was it, last year, Kobe? Last year, Kobe's there. You got, trust me, he's there. Say what up, Kobe.
How's it going, everybody?
Kobe helped us on this journey last year. We did a video series called the 5 Miles of Hell Challenge, where me and some colleagues, we had $500 to buy a used motorcycle. We had a couple $100 to fix them up. And then we went and we did a course called 5 Miles of Hell, a trail down near Moab, Utah, or Green River area. And it was an absolute blast. If you guys have not watched that video series, you need to.
It was entertaining.
But here's why. If you've been a fan of the Rocky Mountain YouTube channel for a while, this might help you out. First person to answer these 2 questions correctly in the comments, we're going to sit here and wait, is going to win this Adam Cianciarulo jersey. So me, Christian, and Kobe are going to be watching.
How long is it going to take?
I don't know. We'll find out right now. Here is the question. By the way, you got to be 18 or older to win this thing. But in the 5 Miles of Hell video series, what was the year, make, and model of the dirt bike that I was riding, and what is the size of the main pilot jet on a 2009 KX 450? Go.
What did Eric call your machine?
Felony Melanie.
Yeah, there you go. That's a little
Let's
hint.
go. What do you guys think? What was the bike, year, make, and model that I was riding in the 5 Miles of Hell video challenge, and what is the main jet size for a 2009 Kawasaki KX 450?
This is 5 Miles of Hell, by the way. Don't get it confused with our Endurocross series.
Not the Endurocross challenge. Yep, 5 Miles of Hell.
Oh, it's getting close.
I think we...
No.
Oh.
I haven't seen it.
1999
People
Turdo.
are close.
Oh, we're going to be here all night, bro.
Oh,
Dude.
all right. Stop right there.
We have a winner.
We have a winner. Maddie Cote, 06 CRF 450R. The main jet size was a trick question. That actually 2009 KX 450 was fuel injected. But Maddie Coates, you got it right. 06 CRF 450R. Congratulations.
A lot of people still claiming that you lied on the price.
I did not lie on the price.
A lot of people
Some
claiming.
people put 06 250. So I saw it. That's where Kobe's like, oh, I think we got it. 06 Honda 450. Chris, you're a little late. So Maddie, no way, yes way. You are the winner. So, Christian, how are we going to reach out to Maddie here?
Email into us at support@RMFantasySX.com. And
Just Maddie, please. Just Maddie, email in. Maddie Coates, email us there at what? RMFantasySX. Say it again, Christian.
At support@RMFantasySX.com, and we'll get that squared.
Okay, we can put that in the description below. But Maddie, congratulations! You are taking home that jersey. So thanks for watching.
Jersey.
It is. It's signed. It's AC. You're gonna freaking put that thing up.
That thing is awesome.
That's right, Brad Snow. Whitewash area does rule. Thank you. Is that Kobe? Is that you doing that?
It should be.
Or is that
I agree
Shane?
with the guy.
Oh, okay. Or is that Shane doing this?
Oh, putting links, that's me.
Oh,
okay.
Look,
And if you have issues with that, Maddie, we could possibly reach out to her through YouTube. But
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Let's go that route.
Okay.
That'll be the
Reach out through
cleanest way.
YouTube?
Yeah, we'll message you. Look out in your inbox.
Okay. You're welcome. All right. From all of us here at Rocky Mountain ATVMC, absolute blast. Thank you to all the sponsors that make RMFantasySX possible.
Huge.
So many prizes given away throughout the year.
Over 1,700.
Wow.
It's insane. Free to play. You can't beat it.
Incredible year. We had an absolute blast. So thank you everyone that watches the show before the races live. This is why we come back, is to talk to you guys, do a little bench racing. Please give us your suggestions on what you'd like to see for next year.
Message us, email us, whatever you got to do. Let us know. I mean, we're always open to making it better and bigger and better.
Topics, riders you want to talk to, whatever it might be.
The Discord was a success too this season. So
trust
to
me.
everyone who joined up in that. Was
After
a good
those
time.
meme submissions, you better believe we're going to be getting on those hot next year.
Yeah.
So
I hope the memes just keep flowing through the outdoor season too. Maybe
gosh.
I'll add some in there.
yeah, the meme's not going away to the Discord. You can always go to the Discord, and Christian will always be uploading those things. So yeah, it's been a blast. Christian, is there anything else we need to say before we let everyone go?
No, it's just sad it's over, but all good things must come to an end.
Hey, from all of us here at Rocky Mountain ATVMC, I am Chase.
I'm Christian.
We'll see you next season.